Welcome to another exciting episode of Millennial Talk. And of course, this month is the month of August, and we have started this month talking about entrepreneurship. Again, a couple of months ago, we did dive a little into entrepreneurship, but this time around, we're taking a different tone and looking at a different side of entrepreneurship. So today on the show, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship and looking at fashion. But I'm not going to be having this discussion alone. I have with me Bukunmi.
Hi, Josephine.
Hi.
It has been an exciting and I think, a learning process for us here. Where we had to talk to several people. And I think the most beautiful part of it is the fact that we get to, hear perspectives from different people and their businesses. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, when it comes to fashion around the globe, but let's focus on Nigeria now. We're not even talking Africa, we're talking Nigeria. Fashion has not reached its peak. In fact, I still think it's somewhere in the middle, because over the years, fashion has grown and become at least more sophisticated, and it has become more enticing to attract the international audience. Now, there's a thing going on where fashion focuses more on the luxury brands and the high-end brands, and they forget that we have all these other brands that actually service the majority of the population, because not everybody can buy Prada. Not everybody can buy Gucci.
Exactly.
Not everybody can buy the big brands in Nigeria. So we have the smaller brands servicing the most population. And this is why, because of the name calling, people recognize more with the big brands. Even people who cannot afford it also want to buy it. So at the end of the day, people focus a lot more on the big brands, forgetting that the small brands actually, the bigger market. And to this effect, small brands have suffered, and they continue to suffer. They struggle, with becoming bigger brands because it's more difficult for them, right? Bukunmi, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Just like you mentioned, luxury. People focus so much on, the walkway fashion kind of thing when it comes to fashion. But we need to also develop, our own guys who are doing so much in improving, the fashion industry in Nigeria, or who are exporting, the fashion out there. We have Ankara shoes, we have Ankara bags, we have sneakers.
Exactly.
So many things. So many people are coming up with stuff. And if you are wondering what we are wearing, because we're not wearing a normal business casual outfit this time, it was sponsored by Off the Racks. And he's the one we're going to be having this conversation with. And his name is Charles Orakwe. Hi, Charles.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here.
We're twinning.
It's an honor being here, honestly. I've been actually looking forward to this opportunity. It's a big opportunity for me to showcase my work. And it's a long time coming, so I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, that's nice. We can't wait to hear all your gist and how you started.
I can't wait to tell my story, honestly.
Exactly.
Talking about quality, by the way, these are actually quality. I mean, I'm feeling so luxurious in there right now, seriously. We of course, we know family, don't you think so? Anyways, let's go straight to the question. So I think the audience by now, after looking at what we're wearing, they're like, okay, I want to hear this guy's story. So tell us a little bit about you and how you fell or dived into fashion.
Well, first of all, my names are Charles Obi Orakwe. I'm Igbo and I'm from Anambra State. Although I grew up in the north, schooled in Ahmadu Bello University, studied political science. Although I've always been a fashionable person, I always like to dress.
You can tell.
I always like to mix colors because I'm also an artist. I paint, but it's just more of a hobby thing. So I like to inculcate that into my fashion as well. So I guess that's it.
Okay. So I mean, Off the Racks.
Yeah.
What's the name about?
Off the Racks is actually from my surname, Orakwe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about we actually think of that?
I was thinking of Chirac.
Yeah, it also goes with that because before I started the brand, I wanted a name that is catchy because I'm actually good with words. I like to play around with words that, like a punchline. Because I'm also
Yeah.
into music as well. I'm a music producer.
Oh, okay.
So Off the Racks was gotten from Arakwe because my nickname back then was Arax. Yeah, so that's where Off the Racks came from.
That's nice. Okay, now looking at a business like yours, and we know that, for example, in Japan, they call it streetwear. This is what we are
Yeah,
wearing is
yeah,
streetwear,
yeah,
street
sure. I watch
style.
a lot of
Yeah,
Japanese
exactly. I
and
love
Japanese.
Japanese fashion, by
Don't
the
worry,
way.
And Korean.
this
Actually,
this is
I
just
prefer Korean.
this is just the beginning because this is me just starting. But like you guys should wait for 2022.
Oh, okay. I like to see your
Looking
collection
forward.
because streetwear is like the in thing now. People are taking streetwear into business. So what are the 5 top tips for other millennials who love fashion, who want to bring streetwear or incorporate it into a more acceptable form of fashion and everyday wear for
Yeah.
people? So what are your top tips for that for people who want to go into the business?
First of all, you have to love fashion. Definitely, like it has to be something that you're passionate about because if you're not passionate about fashion, like you won't really feel it. Like I believe that anything you're doing, like you have to put your soul, you have to put passion, you have to put love for it to work. So definitely that's one of the tips. Secondly, although it's been tough, it's not easy trying to get clients to recognize you and all, but you have to keep pushing,
Yeah.
know what you want to do, be focused, believe in yourself, believe in your brand. You have to love your brand because there are times it's going to be tough. You might not be getting clients and all that. So you just have to keep pushing like till the end, like blood and sweat. You get so
Yeah, right.
yeah. So that's just some tips. And also, you have to have connections if you really want to go far. You have to
Okay. Yeah, I
collaborate
like the
with.
fact that you're very sincere.
Yeah.
Because some people say, oh no, you have to just know, you have to God. Or they'll say it's God. Yeah.
No, that too.
Connections,
Like
yeah.
that's actually the last on the list. I'm not never going to forget that. Yeah, you can't forget God because I believe that I'm a very spiritual person. So I believe that everybody has like a supernatural being in them, which will tell you what your purpose is in life. And for me, it's like art, fashion, all the way, like right from like when I was a child. So that's just it.
Okay, that's really exciting to know.
Yeah.
And we'll be going on a short commercial break right now. And when we return, we'll have Charles tell us more about his journey in fashion.
And I told my mom, even engineering thing, I don't think it's my thing. Yeah, I went to school and I came out with good grades, but I don't think that is what I actually want to do.
Get better at what you do. If you keep getting better, the followers will come.
If it's going to run a business, usually a business wants to deliver value, and you have to determine first, what solutions. I mean, what are the needs available? What are the solutions that I can offer?
FCMB, my bank and I.
Thank you for staying with us. We still have Charles here discussing, how he started his fashion brand, and still going on with the topic, the uncertainties in entrepreneurship and the possible solutions. So, Charles, what is the most outstanding, time or period in your business? What's that moment that that you can never forget?
I would say moving to Lagos
Okay.
because I was actually born in the north, and then like my parents were lecturers in Adejobi University. So like when they retired, we moved to Abuja, and I've been there for over 5 years. So I've always wanted to come to Lagos, but like I always think that Lagos is a crazy town, and how will I survive? All that. But the passion, the passion for the brand to grow the brand, I knew that coming to Lagos was going to take it to the next level. So I just had to make the move, and for me, that's like my proudest and most outstanding.
Okay, so what did now since you changed location, have
Yeah.
you seen the effect of it on your business?
Of
Does it
course.
mean that in the north people are not so predisposed to this type of fashion that you
Definitely.
do compared to
Yeah,
what we have
in the
Lagos here?
north, they are more about kaftan, native,
Abaya.
Muslim. Yeah, exactly. So coming here, like this is like an entertainment town.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and everybody's into fashion. And first of all, there are a lot of people in Lagos. Crowd,
Population.
including brands. But then, like, I don't usually look at other brands. I believe that the sky is big enough for everybody
Everyone,
to fly, you know. So, like, everybody has its own market. It just depends on how you want to go about it, you know. So, for me, that's just the biggest move, and it has been a big improvement. Because while in ABJ, um, I was usually just making t-shirts. I started with just t-shirts, and coming to Lagos, like I've been able to expand, and I'm looking to even expand more, like moving to maybe China to start making things like shoes, you know, eyeglasses, all those stuff. But for now, I make like sweatshirts, hoodies, and joggers, cargo pants, bucket hats.
Your target market will be like entertainment guys and
Definitely, definitely, like
Yeah.
so that's my market actually. That's what I'm looking at. And like I moved to Lagos in January, although the first 3 months I've just been trying to know my way around, you know, study, research, because I do a lot of research. And I started, like, I got into the business like in April. And for me, this is like 3 months now. And it's been a huge, like, there's been a very huge difference in my brand. Like, it has improved a lot. Like the growth, like I can't even believe it myself. Like, and I really thank God for that, because it's been God all the way. Yeah.
Okay, that brings me to my next questions. In the midst of all we were saying, you kind of mentioned a little bit of the struggle when it comes to entrepreneurship in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now, with factors like inflation and unemployment rates of about 33.3%, what do you think would be the biggest challenges of starting up a business in Nigeria? Like you mentioned a few of them that you went through personally, but I'm not even just talking about Lagos now. This is just Lagos, but we're talking about the whole of Nigeria. With all the infrastructural issues we have here, unemployment, inflation, and all of that.
It's not easy, because the inflation affects everything, not just fashion.
That's true. Because we need to ask, how have you been? I know in Nigeria we don't really have a textile industry, so how have you been like importing buying stuff?
Well, I'm good with, like, I studied political science and international relations, so like I'm very good with relationships with people, especially business relationships. So like I know how to get my goods, my materials at a very quality materials, particularly at a very lower cost. And when you develop a relationship with suppliers and you're doing well, they see that you're doing well, they always want to work with you because they see how hardworking you are. So for me, it's been about the hard work, and I have a lot of people that want to collaborate. At the beginning, nobody wanted to work with me.
Of course,
like,
it's difficult.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult. It was only me doing everything. But now I have a lot of people saying, "Oh wow, you've gone so far in so short time moving to Lagos," and I even got a contract to go to Aba to get materials, because you actually get a lot more cheaper there. You get, so for me, I'm trying to make that next move.
Right.
Yeah, to be able to balance the whole, instead of increasing the cost of my production and increasing the prices of my items. I just want to, because other brands will want to increase, you understand? So I just want to stay so that my clients can be able to afford the brand for now.
For now.
Yeah, because there's always going to be growth. There's always
Yeah.
going to be growth.
Yeah.
I don't believe in staying stagnant. Although there's market in the whole being, in the not being so luxury, because there's a whole lot of people, like I said, in Lagos that can't afford the luxury brand, like she said.
Definitely.
So I'm just focused on that for now until I get to that stage. I don't usually like to rush things. I like to take my time, plan, strategize, and and leave the rest to God.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving us that, wonderful insight. But now looking at the market penetration when it comes to fashion and all these things in Nigeria, how do you think Nigerians or we ourselves can make it easier for us to support each other? Because most times we don't like to buy each other's clothes. Do you understand? We don't like to. People will say, oh, it's made in Nigeria, and they won't even buy. People would prefer to buy something that was done, maybe that was like Gucci sweatshirt and what's his name? This guy's sneakers, Nike sneakers and stuff. So how do you intend to push your brand out there for more acceptance?
Like I said, it's all about collaboration. Like even in all these luxury brands, like for me, what really inspired me is Kanye West, Yeezy production and all. Like he's my role model. You understand? So he does a lot of collaborations, and it really helps his brand a lot to go. Like he has done with Nike, he has done with Adidas. I think he's currently doing with Adidas right now. So like collaboration helps to push the market, the brand. And I noticed that a lot of people don't like to, especially, I don't want to be critical, but people that are closer to you don't really like to patronize
I always
you.
say that everybody says business school tell you that your friends are not your target market.
Yeah.
So if you don't expect
at the beginning,
your
I
friends
thought it was, and I lost a lot of money.
Yes, because
I
you've been trying
lost
to
a lot of money because they'll tell you my guy,
my guy,
all that.
yes.
You understand? And then you not see that money, and if you keep pressuring them, they'll be like, oh,
I'm not trying to support you.
Exactly. So I stopped focusing on that. Although I have friends that I give discount, I have friends that I even give free stuff. Let it not be as if, okay, but like I focus on the market. Like I go to events, meet people, new people, and then they see the quality of my work, and it's all about quality. Right. And I'm always focused on the quality. Once your quality is nice, definitely people want to buy your brand. Definitely. No matter, it doesn't matter if they like Gucci or if they like.
Yeah, I actually believe that.
Once the quality is nice, trust me, people will go for it.
Yeah, I actually believe that because I know that people would rather an alternative version that is cheaper or more, cost efficient for them. So what are those obstacles you've experienced? Because I know, number one, everybody talks about sourcing raw materials and it's a big deal. But what are those other, issues or obstacles that you are currently experiencing, growing your fashion brand?
Currently, I won't say I'm experiencing any challenges like that, though. Honestly speaking.
Are you serious?
At the beginning, I experienced a lot of challenges because I was making mistakes upon mistakes upon mistakes. Okay. But instead of giving up, I kept researching, and I learned a lot from my mistakes, and that has helped me like grow so much.
What are those mistakes? That's in case for anyone who is watching, they can also learn.
You mentioned like your friends are not your market.
Yeah.
That was the first mistake I made. And then the prices, initially when I started, I put my prices at a very high price. Oh, okay. So like I was not getting orders. Yeah, I was not getting a lot of orders until I had to do a lot of research on YouTube. YouTube has helped me a lot. So I had to balance the whole. First of all, that's initially why I even moved to Lagos, because in Abuja things are very costly. Expensive. Yeah, so here I get materials at a cheaper rate, and it helps me balance the whole costing, the pricing, how I sell, and how I, buy my materials as well. So.
Okay, thank you for that. We'll be going on a commercial break, and when we return, we'll, continue the conversation.
And I told my mom, even engineering thing, I don't think it's my thing. Yeah, I went to school and I came out with good grades, but I don't think that is what I actually want to do.
Get better at what you do. If you keep getting better, the followers will come.
It's going to run a business. Usually, a business wants to deliver value, and you have to determine first, what solutions. I mean, what are the needs available? What are the solutions that I can offer?
FCMB, my bank and I.
Welcome back to the show. I believe you've enjoyed the conversation so far. And if you're looking out to start your fashion brand, you can always, take tips from this video. And don't forget, he made our outfit
for today.
So off the rack. So Josephine, over to you.
Yeah, okay. So I have a question.
Okay.
Basically, what you do is not Nigerian standard. Now, I know a lot of people into this type of business. They're into retail selling, not actually production, but you're actually producing this in Nigeria, made by Nigeria for Nigerians. Now, I know there are a lot of challenges and there's also acceptance issues. How are you sure? Was it an instinct thing, or because this is definitely Nigeria? I for one would have been skeptical. Were you skeptical at any point producing international standard fashion in Nigeria, or I don't know. I'm just curious as to what made you choose
this
international style for Nigeria. I think this is Nigeria.
We're Ankara.
I said, right from the beginning, I've been like a Kanye West fan. He has been a really
so that's the inspiration.
Yeah, that inspiration never made me doubt. Generally Kanye West is someone that a lot of people like to doubt and stuff. He's so controversial, but he's one of the most creative geniuses.
Yeah,
in the
I
world.
actually believe that.
So you have to believe in what you're doing for you to, and bringing this to Nigeria. Fashion just started recently, in the last maybe 5-6 years.
2015 was the outbreak of the creative industry.
Exactly.
2015.
I actually started my brand in early 2020. Yeah, so this is
almost a year.
More than a year actually, but I've grown, so there's so much growth. Although the pandemic that
would have been a big blow to the business. Yeah.
Everybody's business.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody's business. That was the time that I almost wanted to give up, but I kept inspiring myself, watching videos on how to, keep going. And I knew I wanted this so much. I sacrificed a lot for it. So definitely it has to work. And I actually feel what worked for me is the belief itself. Yeah, I believe that people are going to recognize it. Not just in Nigeria, the whole of I actually get orders from African countries and even the US and Canada. So I'm actually looking for a source. I've actually gotten a source to help me export my products from Nigeria, made in Nigeria. So it's definitely been a good ride for me.
Okay.
So,
and I think there's a market for it. Gen Z and millennials don't play on this type of
this kind of
stuff. Yeah, they don't play, definitely. So have you ever had to turn down clients?
At the beginning, I wanted to serve everybody.
Definitely it's difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult. You want to make money, you want to please everybody. But there's some clients that no offense. I'm just trying to bring out the facts. There's some clients that are going to stress you. So anytime I notice, it's always good to have instincts to notice those kind of clients.
True.
So if it's going to stress you and you're not going to make much from it, then you can, it's not worth it exactly. And also another thing that's made me turn down a client is that some people want, they'll order today and they'll say, oh, I want it tomorrow. And
timeline.
I'm sorry, this is when I'll be pretty, because I have other stuff I'm doing. I have other things in line. So if you wanted to order, you could have ordered a week before or maybe 5 days before. So that's another aspect that's made me turn down a client.
Okay, that's interesting. Right. Okay, I believe that covers most of all.
But now it's time to go to the fun segment where we get to know you outside
of
the rack. So if you're not doing off the racks, if you're not busy serving clients, making clothes or designs, what do you do?
I'm on my own. I love to be on my own because like I said, I'm creative. I'm also a music producer and I also paint. Those are my hobbies.
Right.
So I know a lot of people, but I have very few friends. Right. I don't really like to go out too much. I like to be in my own space because it helps me
It helps your creative genius.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Some people think I actually fun, but no, I don't. I'm actually a very fun person. Like,
when you want to be.
Around me, like, you always enjoy my vibe and all, but like, in order to tap in from my inner self, like, that's where my creativity comes from. I like to be on my own, to think and strategize, and generally, also, like, my hobbies, like, I play football as well. Like, I love football. I'm
going to say basketball.
I played basketball too. I also played basketball, but like, it wasn't my calling. So. It wasn't your calling.
Oh my God.
So,
I can imagine.
But like, most of the time when I'm not like thinking about my fashion, I'm making music. Like, I love listening to music and making music, or watching documentaries, or watching YouTube videos on how stuffs. I rarely watch movies or series. Like, if you ask me this series, I don't know the series. Trust me. Like, I like to learn. I read books as well. So I think that has helped me a lot.
That's interesting. Josephine, when are we going to share our own hobbies? Who will ask us questions? Anyway, it was a nice conversation, and I believe you've learned a lot from these tips. Small businesses in Nigeria are going through so much, struggling despite the issues, despite the, infrastructural issues, delivery. The other day we discussed e-commerce, we discussed African fashion and everything, and now we're discussing Western fashion, incorporating Western fashion into the African style. So small businesses, trust me, is no easy for them. But I believe that with the tips Charles has shared with us, you can pick one or two things and, apply to your business. Thank you for joining us today. And for more information regarding finance, and if you want to improve yourself financially, log on to www.proshareng.com. Thank you for watching.